You can feel breathers.
Does my mute button work on my microphone again?
I don't know, does it?
Yes.
It stopped working when I threw the chair at the microphone and the microphone hit the screen.
Why did you throw the chair at the microphone?
Heroes of the Storm makes me angry.
Why do you play Heroes of the Storm if it makes you angry?
I have not in quite a while. It had been broken for a long time, and suddenly it started muting again when I was at work by itself, and I was like, what?
Oh. Yeah, that's awesome. See, I did go live with the correct game this time, right?
No.
Yes, I did.
We are doing a farming simulator.
No, we're not.
Just gonna RP running a farm.
I am a horse.
I mean,
Just
we
a
can get a
druid.
plow if we need to.
Yeah.
Don't knock my farming simulator. That is super relaxing.
I need my...
And all those ladies need their fields plowed.
Yes, they do.
Oh no, I gotta turn you back down.
Who, me?
I regret turning you back up, yep. I need my druid shapes.
Why would you ever regret that? Alright. So yeah, we're live. Our faces are up there. So, hi, people watching now and possibly later. Session 3 of, Klaksa. Klaksa.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the place of clocks.
Why you gotta name it like that? Damn, why you gotta make such hard to pronounce?
I'm gonna rename it to Klaksa, and it's just gonna be clock themed.
Klaksa.
Mm-hmm.
Klaksa. Klaksa. I mean, the A can make quite a number of sounds.
Yeah.
Somehow turning to mod mode gave me a commercial.
Because you're
Congratulations.
not. Are you not subbed anymore?
No.
Did your freebie wear off?
I don't think so. Oh yeah, it did.
That's why. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Although I thought if you were a mod, you shouldn't get commercials.
You're funny. I also got in mod view the rules to click on.
Wow,
This is your
when's the
first time
last
here,
time
Mark?
you've been on my channel?
Last time we played. I think it's broken.
Probably. I get the rules a lot from people's channels I've been to recently. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Been here already. Yeah, no, session 3. We did some stuff last month. We solved. We didn't solve. We tracked down some criminal elements stealing sapphires. We are currently toting their bodies around. On Emily's character's back. They are tied to the horse portion of our.
She's the pack druid.
Of our centaur. Maris. We also have to go and look for a beast in the southern section of town to kill it and deal with it fucking with farmers. But right now, I think we're headed to someone's guild to question, and I think it was Saskia's guild, since they deal with the whole death stuffs, to question the bodies, because we didn't take anybody alive.
That's true.
Oopsie poopsies.
We were murder hobos last session.
Mm-hmm.
The best kind of hobo.
I mean, if you're gonna be a hobo, at least be a murder hobo. Come on. how you survive. Getting those hobo fights.
That's how you get free XP.
That's right.
If we were in a game that used XP.
So yeah, we got Dan Tier as the DM. Yeah.
Yeah,
Amber.
it's going to be the piggy
as-
corn is going to be the DM.
Piggy Corner is gonna be DM. Okay. Okay.
It's clearly a fake creature.
So we're not gonna get a lot done this session, is what you're saying. Amber as our Succubus Sorceress Saskia.
What S's?
Yep. Why is there so many S's? Why? Chris as the Githyanki Barbarian Viran. Emily as the Centaur Druid Maris, and myself as the Lizardfolk Monk Kothar. And if you want to follow any of them on social medias, you can watch the names, do the whole thing where they change under our cameras.
Rotate.
Thank you. Look, since I have had COVID-19, words have become even harder than usual.
Yeah, it's like I'm usually the one that can't think of words. Who can't word?
So, and I am currently contemplating going to get retested because I had a huge coughing fit last night and felt like I was running a fever, but didn't bother getting out of bed to check. So, yay! Because I totally need that shit again.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, no, because I wasn't hospitalized the first time, but you know it gets worse every time you have it. So maybe it was just the symptoms cropping back up because that's what residuals do, I guess. Anyway, take it away, Dan.
Okay. So, are we on the map screen? I should probably check.
No, I'm on the RPG screen as
Cool.
far as like the stream goes.
No worries. All right. So you just finished setting fire to a basement below a tavern. Got seen leaving with all the parts from the tavern.
We told them.
Were stopped. Yeah. You you took the whole bodies, didn't you? Not just the heads.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
took the whole bodies.
Cool. Packed those up, and you're currently right in the center of the city. The noble giant, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Or noble ogre. Yep, noble giant. And you're off to the Scholar's Peak, aren't you, to investigate some heads. So, I guess unless you guys want to do anything first, we can just skip straight ahead to the Scholar's Tower. What's it
Yeah.
called? Radimir Spire. That's the one. What kind of services are you seeking? Are you going just to find a cleric in general, or?
Well, the sorceress would probably know best what goes on here, so we're looking to find out information from dead bodies. I mean,
Yeah. So there's a few ways you could do that. So there's a lot of clerics who deal with death and curses here. So you could pretty much just go to most chapels or churches or the spire itself, and it will have a cleric that can perform the service for you. You could also go and find friends from your sect, so maybe other succubus that you know.
I don't have any friends.
None of that then.
she just has snacks.
Just snacks. You could go ask one of your snacks to do it for you. Or you could go through like the official channel. The official channels, and go through the actual spire itself as part of it, because it's technically a giant research center, because it's just a series of mage towers. So they're always up for doing experiments on weird things. So depends which option you want to go.
Well,
I think we should go with the official channel.
No worries. So you go back to Curator Moon, who spoke to you previously, who had given you one of the little jobs envelopes linked to the crimes that were happening, and present your evidence in the form of bodies. So you complete 2 parts here. So Moon is exactly where you left them last time. She's sitting at her desk, writing out more contracts and sealing them with her stamp of Radomir to make them official contracts that can be signed in, of which you have one in your possession. And she's just sitting there, going through her paperwork as you approach. So, I don't know how you want to approach, or how you want to ask.
It'd be Succubus.
I mean, you're pointing at Chris.
Well,
I mean,
on the
either
screen,
way.
I'm pointing at. on the stream, I'm pointing at Amber.
Good morning, me. So we have full bodies, correct?
Yeah,
You do.
We have
Yeah,
2 full bodies.
2 full bodies attached to the Centaur. Yes.
I am a succubus of very few words, and we're walking in with a horse person with 2 bodies on the back of it, so I think she might have a chance of looking up from her desk. I'm going to present the bodies and wish to question them.
Sure. So she sits there, looks very oddly at the druid carrying a pair of bodies strapped to the sides, and says, "Successful."
Two thumbs up.
I'm gonna do
Excellent.
this.
Not enough food to be successful.
No, we don't know. who
Too
they're working
successful.
For. We don't know who they're working for. If anybody.
This is true. So the first thing she does is she stands up from her desk and walks over and starts looking at like the heads of the bodies, seeing what wounds they've got, looking over just for general identifiers, which you've already done, and notices one of the tattoos that Chris had noticed, or Chris' character Viren had noticed, indicating that they were part of some thieves guild, possibly linked to his faction, but not like part of it. So more likely just to be mercenaries for hire that just happen to be associated with it in some way. How did you track them down? She's just asking out into the group in general.
How did we track them down? Because I can't remember.
That's what I was like, I don't remember.
We started by asking questions of one of the merchants. Can't remember her name.
Mm-hmm.
Where the guard was killed.
Quilla.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. She goes over to her desk and pulls out the contract that you're on. Goes, yes, Quilla. Yes.
She told us that there was a gentleman that came through looking specifically at sapphires to put in a ring. So we're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and see if we can't find this guy. Maybe he has seen something, or he might know something, because sapphires are what was being stolen. So a guy who's only showing interest in sapphires might be a good place to start. Found out that there was a Lizardfolk with that guy at some point.
That is one of the bodies you have.
Viren used some connections to find where they might be selling them. And I'll let Viren take it from there, because he's the one that talked to everybody over there.
Yeah. While you're talking, she's got out this leather-bound book, and she started writing in it as you're talking.
Using some of my clandestine contacts, we learned of a fence at a tavern called the Noble Giant, where we tracked them down to by speaking to the bartender. We gained access to I guess a larder or something like that outside that had a secret entrance that led to almost sort of like a bunkhouse where they were staying. And upon our approach, they did not seem to want to talk and immediately threw a fireball at us.
Sure, immediately. Yeah.
No, I think they threw something
No,
at
but
us.
just say they opened with a fireball. so they caused a fire at Tavern. Yep. And so she's writing all this down into a book. And
just out of character, Chris, did
Hmm.
you ever find out why it was locked from the outside?
No, I don't have it written down why it was locked from the outside.
oh, the place.
Yeah.
So you would have noticed this when you were like leaving. The lock that you placed in, that lock actually sits into like a little hold, and on the other side, it kind of sits into a lock that closes it from that side. So it looks like a regular padlock on the outside, but it sits into a thing that closes the padlock. So they can open it and
Access
close
from
it.
both sides.
Yeah, but it looks like just a plain old padlock.
Okay.
So if you'd have switched out the padlock, they would have been trapped in it because they wouldn't have had the key.
We didn't look at that close enough.
No.
Oh, it's locked. Let's go and do that. Yeah.
Yep. So she's writing all this down, and she goes, and you're presenting bodies as evidence, I presume?
Well, of discovering who is doing the
Mhm.
thefts, but
And she's got like a little tick sheet. And the gems, were they located?
some of them.
So, do you still have them?
Yeah.
Or have you returned them?
I think we still have. No, we still have them. We didn't stop by the jewelers yet.
Okay. She like taps the counter.
All right, I will take out the sapphires from my backpack and put them. Yeah, it was one tray of sapphires. There's 3 trays, but only one of the trays had sapphires. The other 2 were empty.
Yeah.
So I take out the sapphires from the. I'm assuming I still have the trays. They weren't part of the chests that we weren't allowed to take.
Yeah.
Okay. Take out I take out the 3 trays and show her
Yeah.
that we have
Yeah, they
the
were
tray.
sat in like a jewelry box that sat in the chest, so you could have just taken the.
Okay.
So you took that out, and it's like a
Take that out and show
slightly
her.
bigger than a jewelry box.
Yeah.
Cool. So she like shuffles through the trays just to see them, and then gets out like a little eyeglass and some calipers, and like looks at one thing, and then places them back and writes down. She goes, "Good. Looks like you retrieved everything taken from the last store, from what I can see." And she ticks that off on the boxes, and then asks if you found anything else, maybe from other stores, or if it was just these.
I have like scribbled notes down in the boxes. There was 3 trays of 3 trays. One of them had sapphires. A box of money with platinum silver. Keeping that. A box of random items. Some kind of tubes.
Yes, there was I think it was a pair of tubes.
Okay.
One was broken and opened,
There was
and one was fully sealed.
There's a necklace of some sort. There was some clothing, some really nice clothing, and some regular clothing, or no, 2 sets of clothing, both noble style, looks like.
Yep. And then
There was also some sealed envelopes too, I believe.
Yes, there was a satchel of envelopes.
Oh, that's what the sealed. That's what I wrote down as a sealed tube.
Oh, okay.
Cause like sealed tube, what?
There were also a pair of tubes, one of which was
I don't
open.
take the best notes.
I believe Viren took those,
Which is why
or at least yeah.
Emily takes the best notes.
Yep.
There was
How
a
much
small
of that
tubes is sealed with wax.
Oh, that's probably what I meant to write was small tubes.
That's
This is
Giant
what
tubes.
This is what I. Oh, you can't read it.
That's why it makes no sense. It's
Yeah.
blank.
So yeah, we're gonna. Kothar is definitely gonna tell this person that he doesn't think that these 2 are smart enough to be doing this on their own.
Cool. And so she writes all this down, and she asks, how are you disposing of the bodies? Would you like us to dispose of them?
We'd like to use them as bait, but we'd like to get some information from them first.
Information. So yeah, she carries on writing. She goes, okay. Do you have means to speak with these bodies?
You are our means to speak with these bodies.
Understood. And she carries on writing. And then she pulls out a little tray, takes that stamp, stamps down, flips off, and then initializes into this book. And then closes it and files that away and pulls out a set of keys from like the drawer of the desk. And she says, right, come with me, let's get you your rewards. And she takes you down a side corridor. These corridors are fairly wide and fairly tall because there's all manner of beings of different sizes that hang around these halls and work here or come here, do the work, pray, all sorts of things. And she takes you down into this other office, which has a big set of wide open arches that have no doors, and just walks into here. And here you're in like a room that has a set of bars that's sitting above a desk in front of you, with what looks almost like a cashier, I guess, would be like the best way to describe it, who's just sitting behind the bars. She comes over and she has brought the notebook with her and just reads off a contract number. And then behind them, they pull out a tray, start counting out coins and put it into a bag for you, and then push it through a hole in the bars. So right, your reward. So you've just received one giant bag of 1,000 gold pieces, all in gold, to do with what you will. And then there's a slightly smaller bag. She slides over the box of sapphires, which gives you some paperwork while you're standing there, and then she hands through another small pouch with another 150 gold as a bonus for returning the goods, which they hadn't told you about, but then they present it to you. So you've now got 1115 in straight gold coins, one bigger bag, and then one small bag of 150. And she just kind of holds them out for whoever wants to take them.
They're like the casino casher outer people.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, you get it's like they don't want to just have however many 1,000 gold just sitting at front desk, kind of thing.
I'll Kothar will nudge Maris up, if only because she's a horse and can carry the extra weight.
Okay.
That's how you get rich. Carry more stuff.
We'll divvy it up later.
Yeah. Okay. So you take that, you put it in one of your pouches, and then she goes, right, let's see if we can do some questioning. And she says, if you head down this hall, you would know the way to this area. She's basically taking you to an internal chapel that they have, which services some of the many religions they have to various gods around research, curses. They have lots of odd ones, even some devils that are worshipped here. So she's pointing you in that direction, and you can just head off to find a cleric. But she does give you like a little paper of authenticity to prove that you've successfully completed the contract that you're on, and that this is evidence for that contract.
I'm gonna put on my fridge.
Excellent. So it's only a couple-minute walk. She heads back to her desk. You walk down a bit further, and then you come to a big chapel hall, which rather than being one big hall that's just got pews all the way down, it's actually still like an arched hallway. It's not huge. It's only about 40 feet tall, which was it's fairly big, and it's about 60 feet long. And each on the side is a series of mini altars to weird gods. Some questionable gods, may not actually be gods, might be cults, who knows. But there's lots of symbols all down the side with candles and things burning, so you get a very strong, like soft sulfurous smell in here. But there's various candles and incense burning, and then several, probably like half a dozen holy figures walking around in their general garments as clerics that are just kind of tending to the candles, tending to plants in some areas, some offerings of meat and like raw food, some of artisan products like bits of ornate figures and in like the shape of ravens, and some in the form of snakes and beasts. So this is you're out in a hall. It's relatively quiet in here, bar for like people humming prayers to themselves.
You described a lot of stuff. Is there
I did.
anything? So where we're going, the place we stop at, is there anything where we stop that has like something interesting to like go fiddle with?
Oh, there's tons of stuff. There's
I want to touch everything.
Yeah, there's altars
On my
to
character sheet.
yeah. There's altars. Each altar has either a statue or like a symbol carved into like black or grey stone, depending on who it's for. They're all being attended by various people, but some of these have like little figures that are like only like this big, loads of knickknacks that are offerings to these, where people have come to do prayer and have just left things. Some of these altars even have like raw meats on in like bowls, like that are either fish that have been caught from the lake, some that are offerings of simple meals for blessings, for harvests, and all these kind of things.
Do I recognize the deity that is getting offered the raw meats?
Yes. That is one of the bestial deities. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I will find it for you. If I could spell deity. That is... Is it Mala or Yuno? I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah, it's... How the hell do you say this? Yinogu. There you go. Yinogu. That is a demon lord worshipped by gnolls.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gnolls.
Gnolls?
Like the hyena-style creatures.
Yeah. Anything that I would recognize as being worshipped by like Lizardfolk?
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff here is mostly related to curses and death and things like that. But some of them are related specifically to dragons and dragonfolk.
Okay.
And dragonkin. So they do include lizardfolk as some of their members, even if they are more to do with creation through dragons. Some believe that dragons form the universe as a whole. Some believe that they're lost gods or fallen gods.
Okay.
And some believe that they will return.
Okay. Is there anything on their altar that looks like something I can fiddle with?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the offering to dragon gods is a mixture of, as dragons do, they like hoards.
Mm-hmm.
So they tend to leave either shiny things, not necessarily monetary, but of personal or like, artisanal value. So there's small cups that are made of like ornate golds. There are coins that have been left. There are small figurines that are literally like several headed dragons that have been created out of wood. And then some of them they'll even offer like raw like meat. Yes.
I'm gonna pick up one of those several headed dragons. And just
play with it
while these guys are doing their thing, because Kothar's really not comfortable with that.
Break off one of the heads.
Probably because I always pick things up, absently fiddling with them, and sometimes accidentally break them.
Mm.
You're not trying to like hide this or anything, are you?
No, I'm just like fiddling with it on the open. I'm not like trying
Yeah.
to steal it.
Make like a general dex check just to see if you break it.
I wanted to shatter, and I want all of the heads in this frickin' place to turn.
Oh no, you it's like pure silence. And no,
Bar stools creak.
no, you're just fiddling with it. You're like pushing it with your claws and like just like jiggling it, but it's made pretty solid and doesn't seem to break.
Oh, so it's not like I can't move the heads around.
I mean, you could just try and it would probably break.
Are they action figures? What?
What?
They
You're
could
gonna
be.
pose them?
They
Yeah.
could be. We don't know.
Yeah, it's actual merchandise from an alternate dimension. Yeah. So, seeing that you're fiddling with this, a lizard, not lizardfolk, a dragonborn, wearing like a very like earthy robe with the hood up. It's kind of like a very dark brown with this silvered necklace that hangs around that has 5 individual heads hanging off the chain. Comes over and says, "Bless Tiamat," and nods their head at you. Stop. If lizards could blush.
My lizard folk is true neutral. And I assume that they would know Tiamat is a douchey god.
Yes.
Now I might try and break the figurine.
Sure.
As we leave.
Okay.
Just a nudge.
I'm just gonna like leave it teetering on the edge of the altar.
All right.
like,
So it's like it will purposely fall.
like a light breeze will knock it off.
All right. Yep. You place it down. Just like walk away from this slightly confused looking dragonborn, who goes back and makes sure all the offerings are, like all the candles and everything are still burning, and just stands there looking rather oddly at you as you walk away.
Yep. Now I want him to go fuck with that altar.
On today's episode of Fucking with Priests.
Prank.
That we need to do stuff for us.
You guys can definitely be doing that while I'm fucking with this thing.
Do I still have the bodies on me?
Yes.
You sure do.
Okay.
Alright, let's go find a cleric before we're barred from this place.
I mean, you guys were still looking for a cleric. I went off on my own to do that.
I also want to mention that I do not appreciate necromancy, so I don't know how much I would like to be involved in this. So I'll probably just drop the bodies off and walk away.
Yeah. You get the sense that this place, though not necessarily like evil in nature, they're neutral to the point of they don't really care what you believe as long as you get results.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll walk wherever I'm told to do and then drop the bodies off.
And
So
we'll probably be dragging them the rest of the way.
That means Viren and Saskia have to figure out what they're gonna ask the bodies.
Yes.
I will be standing on the bodies as they're being dragged.
Yeah. So you just want to go up to like a random cleric and ask. Like there are like attendants that are part of not necessarily part of one of the individual religions, but part of the building as a whole, who are more part of the order rather than part of one of the denominations in this hall. So do you want to go speak to this?
Find one who's not currently engaged in some other activity.
Okay. Yeah, so you go find one of the others that's just kind of almost like they're on guard. They're just observing, and they notice this confused group of 4 people walking around fiddling with things.
Only one person's fiddling with things.
Only one person, and they walk up to Mirth, who has the bodies strapped to her, and they say, "I get the feeling you're looking for something."
We require someone who has the means to speak with the recently departed.
I see. Is this for research, investigation, personal use?
That's none of your concern.
Fair enough.
I don't have the bodies anymore. I dumped them, and they're dragging them.
Okay.
And now the priest thinks Viren wants to ask them on a date.
I mean, it's not the weirdest thing that would happen.
Do you consent?
So she goes, personal use it is. She goes, and what do you have to offer for this service?
How much does something like this go for?
Saskia has a thing that says we're an official business. Cool.
But isn't the contract already closed?
You were handed a notice of completion document.
Yeah, so it's officially closed. It's not really gonna.
No, but they handed it to you so that you could do further interrogations if desired.
Alright.
Because when you handed them over, I believe you said that you thought that it was part of another scheme.
Okay, I will present this to the cleric.
Okay. So they take this. This cleric's is a Vidalcan. So they're almost elven-like, but they have like purplish blue skin. They're shorter than Viren, definitely shorter than than the druid. They take this, go, investigation it is. So she guides you back to there's a set of like altars and things at the back with supplies that are just kind of stuffed into holes in the wall. And then she pulls out a scroll, pulls out some incense, and bits of bone, and says, "Can you place the bodies here?" And then there's like 2 black altars, like just stone tables that you can lay them on.
All right, I will toss them up onto there and get them separated, one on each altar.
Okay. So, do you know? So it's in character. She says, "Do you have your questions ready? Have you done this before?"
No, first time for everything.
Okay. And she says, "Remember, they can answer, but they can lie. And you get 5 chances with each.
Okay.
Once we've done this, we can't do it again, so make sure that you're ready." As she's doing that, she starts sprinkling like a circle of it's almost like an ashy substance around the bodies, which is bits of like crushed, burnt ashes of bone from where they cremate people here. And then just starts reading aloft the scroll that she made. And as she finished speaking, all of the writing lights up briefly and then shimmers off the page. And then the head of the first. Which body did you first? Was it the Lizardfolk or the other one?
There
one was like one was a dog
shifter,
shifter,
a lizard folk.
Yeah.
The lizard folk to me felt more like the underling, so I will talk to the shifter with the red fur.
Okay. So as the spell completes, this dogged face that has like slightly longer ears that are droopy, and has like the elongated nose. You hear air suck into the body as it almost sits up briefly, and their eyes burst open, just pure black. She says, "The body is ready."
Okay.
Hey, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
While they are questioning the bodies, how many Tiamat figurines are there in this hallway?
This is the only altar Tiamat. So
Yeah,
there's
but how many
just
Tiamat
that one.
figurines?
Oh, only like 3 or 4.
Chris, I only have 3 questions.
On the same
Well,
altar?
that's good because I only came up with 2.
On the same altar, Dan?
You're just going to line all of them up.
I'm gonna line all
On
of
the
them up
edge.
on the edge of the altar so that way a good, like, somebody walking by briskly knock the shit off.
Can do. Alright, so what is your first of your 5 questions?
You want to go first?
Sure.
All right.
Why were you on the defensive?
You broke in to our hideout.
We had a key.
So technically.
It's breaking in.
I'm pretty sure Chris broke a door down, didn't he? Or picked a lock. The second door.
No, the door to get in, padlock door, we kind of had to keep that.
Oh yeah, you used that. Yeah.
All right. I got one. Who are you working for?
The dog just grins and says, "The many-eyed."
Many eyes.
Eyed. Edie.
Eyed, yeah.
Many eyed. All right.
Why do you require so many sapphires?
Components.
Well, that was my second one, so I got to quickly come up with another one. Shit.
Out of character, Chris, do you want to ask boss? Location? Realm?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Tell us more about the many-eyed.
It sees all.
Fucking cheap-ass answer.
Shit.
That was 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can count.
Who gave you this scroll tube or whatever that would be called? And I hold up the one that I took from him.
The head kind of snaps to you and stares at the tube as much as black eyes can and says, "I took it."
Took it. Well, that was unproductive.
We can ask the other guy where he took it from. I mean,
I mean, you're
You can also lie to them.
I guess we are within earshot. We're just like not.
We're not.
There.
Yeah, I assume we can hear what's going on.
yeah. So as it gives its last question, the eyes roll back. The black rolls back and reveals the dead eyes of the actual creature, and it slumps back, and the air that briefly filled its chest leaves the body once again.
I am gonna love chopping him up for bait.
Jesus Christ. Oh, we have more bait to ask the other guy.
Yeah.
Alright.
So once this questioning is done, Kothar would walk up to them, noticing they didn't question the Lizardfolk first, and suggest asking the questions in Lizardfolk language.
Yeah. Yeah. So the cleric does the same thing again. They wipe down the area where they just were. They pull out another scroll and another set of ashes and herbs and things, and they begin the ritual again. This time with Lizardfolk. Same thing happens again. The eyes shock open. The same blackness fills them, and they draw another breath, and the head lifts slightly off the table.
Do you guys want the same questions asked?
Unless you have something too that you'd like to interject into this interrogation.
I say we act like we worked for the other guy's boss. Scare him into answering questions.
Well, he knows we killed them, so.
Well, yeah. But we could have killed them because they fucked up.
So yeah, I'll, in Lizardfolk, I will tell them that it's called the Many-Eyed.
Mm-hmm.
We were sent by the Many-Eyed because your last tray of sapphires was lacking. And they were not happy with your services.
Sure. Make a deception check.
Can I help on that?
Sure. How would you help?
She's speaking the language, but I know how to form persuading conversation.
Okay. You're gonna assist with how she asks the question.
Yeah.
Or... Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay. So I'll say. Did you want to take it as an advantage on Tonya's roll?
Or roll yourself.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a 15 with an advantage and a 12 without.
You bet.
Well, you got a nat 20
Yeah.
if you take it with advantage.
Okay.
So
No, I didn't get a nat 20. That's the dexterity.
Oh, it's dexterity. Oh yeah, 15.
15 now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your deception's probably better than hers as well, I presume. Do you wanna roll your own, or should we take the 15?
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Please do.
It's like, please. There you go, 20. Oh no, 19 or 20. Much better. So the lizard stares straight at you, Tonya, and says,
I haven't asked a question yet.
No, you asked. I don't know. That was what question are you going to ask in this book?
So I I explained that we were from the Many-Eyed and they weren't happy with their last blah blah blahs. I was gonna ask them when was their next planned drop for this next trade that they had in possession, and who were they gonna
Okay.
meet?
That's 2 questions. So the first one, 2 days, sunset.
Okay. So then I have 2 more questions.
Okay.
Where and who?
They look at you slightly confused.
I took a blow to the head.
I don't
You hit me hard, you jerk.
know. And they almost drift off for a second and say, Ceres. And the quarter.
So we're meeting Ceres at sunset 2 days in the quarter. So that's 3 questions. I have 2 more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Harvey Dan?
It's hard when you're put on the spot trying to think of the question.
Well, I want to word this in a way that I don't get a fucked up answer.
Where's that little bird now that was coming up with the good questions?
Did the Many-Eyed or your contact ever tell you what the sapphires were for?
Again, a little confused, says to complete the ritual.
Do you know what you worked so hard to complete?
To bring glory back to the Many-Eyed.
That was the last question. So.
Was? And then with that,
And I'll before they like that, I'll be like, you failed.
oh no!
Wow.
Just so they can go into the afterlife with a aw.
Aww.
God, that's why they killed us.
I thought you were my friend. Okay.
Right.
So we need to find an ugly motherfucking many-eyed guy so we can restore his glory by sapphires.
Beholder?
No, we don't want to restore his glory. We want to stop his glory from being restored.
I agree with Saskia. Restore the glory.
It could, out of character, it could be a beholder. What else would we be looking at? Anything with multiple heads would have many eyes.
How many is many though? Is it 3? Is it 3,000? Is it a group of things?
It is
Is
a
it a
creature
cult?
of just eyes.
That would be a beholder. I guess it has a mouth.
It's just a blob of like just a bunch of fucking looking eyes.
Wasn't there another job?
Yes, the creature we have to go hunt in the south.
Okay.
Terrace Hold.
Yes, I see it.
Which is why we wanted to question these guys first, because we're going to use their bodies for bait.
Oh yes.
And we should probably also stop at some sort of tack shop and buy saddlebags for Maris, since we keep using her as burden.
Since I keep bringing things around. I can carry stuff like a large thing. I can carry more things.
Get yourself a saddlebag of holding made.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can fit like a whole canoe in it.
You could, as long as it'll fit in the opening.
Yeah. Exactly. Like just like a duffel bag on the side.
What we can do is we can have them craft it so it's like drawstring clothes. Just make the opening as big as we
Just a sack.
possibly need it.
Giant sack. Yeah, we can do that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Cool.
Search for a saddlebag of holding.
What time of day is it right now? Roughly.
So last time you just left, so it'd be like getting into evening,
Okay.
like
We
probably getting
wanna-
near sunset.
Do we want to meet at the southern gate of Terrace Hold in the morning? So that means we'll have one day to get to the quarter, to meet where the fuck his name was. At sunset.
Sarah.
Sarah.
To meet sunset at Saris.
Okay, so on my way to before we go sleepies, I'll try to find someone that has a saddlebag of holding.
I think we're gonna have to get that made.
No, that's sad. Okay.
Or
that.
thing we have to get made.
I mean, you could get a saddlebag and then have it enchanted later. That's how a lot of the stuff in the city works.
Oh, yeah, let's do that then.
I would like a body bag size saddlebag.
No. Let's just get a body bag of holding.
Yeah, only holds dead corpses.
A lot of them.
Well, apparently we're gonna have a lot of those coming up, so I mean...
It's like one of like the abattoir racks that just kind of just goes into a void. You just hook another one on, and off it goes.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So you guys all heading back to your respective areas.
Well, Sasuke can stay here. But yeah. I guess so. We'll meet Southern Gate in the morning? Because it was in the wooded area, right?
Yeah. So it's still within the walls.
Oh, okay.
So Terrace Hold is actually 50% woods and farmland.
Okay.
So the southernmost edge that butts against the wall, there's about a mile of woods that carry on into the, and they use that to kind of cultivate farm animals and stuff that live in trees to make sure that they can kind of
Okay, and that's
do nature stuff.
That's where the creature is fucking with people.
Yeah, so it's in one of the southern farmlands.
Okay. Well, yeah, Southern Gate.
So,
So
yeah.
we can make our way around from there.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, so you all go back and long rest. Because you've now handed that contract in, you're all level up now as well.
Yay! Do we want to do that now, or do we want to wait a moment?
Up to you.
So we can...
Ow, because I want
It-
my hit points.
It's like, I want more.
I want my hit points.
Alright,
Okay.
do that really quick then.
Honestly, all I want is the hit points. I don't care.
So is this going to be magic? If I type in 4, is it just going to auto-update everything, or do I have to go through one by one?
Oh, yeah, if you just type in, are you doing that on D&D Beyond or in?
Roll20.
I think you need to do it in D&D Beyond, and then we could just add any bits. Not too much changes, I don't think.
Right. I don't know if much changes in mine.
Let's see what you get for hitting level 4. As a sorceress. Eight's pretty good.
D&D Beyond rolled it for me, so I still have no hit points because this is how
I mean, you can just roll it and manually add it.
D&D Beyond is broken for me currently.
One sec, I can have a look at yours.
Yeah, I can't do anything on it.
There we go. I've now made you level 4.
That was a big rank
So
up.
there you go. So you get to choose ability score or a feat, and you get to roll an extra d6 hit points.
Let me do that first. So many windows. Ah. D6, right?
Yep. Because you're squidgy.
Ooh, I have slow fall now.
4. What's your constitution?
Now I'm up to 27, right?
So what are you on now?
That was 23.
23. So you get 27 plus your con. What's your constitution?
3, so 30.
Oh wow. Yeah, so you're on 30.
Cool.
That's a lot of hit points for a sorcerer. Sorceress.
Now feats. Where would I find feats for myself?
So there's a lot.
Yeah,
In so many. I think the easiest way is if you go to game rules, and then there's literally just a tab that says feats, and that'll list everyone that you want.
Where is that? Game
On D&D Beyond, one sec.
okay.
It's on the top.
Yeah, it's on the top bit.
Yep, gotcha. Sorcerer.
Oh, all this exciting level up action.
Yep. So while you're rolling dice and all that, so you meet up. You have a full rest, so you're all back up to full spell slots, full hit points, all that. So you're at the southern gate of the Serenity's Ward, and you guys can just take the main road most of the way south. It's about 3 hours south to travel, but you can use the main road for the majority of that way. You know you're looking for one of like the Terrace Hold's central farms, so you just kind of head that direction. Did I give you the name of contact? I don't know if I did. No, I didn't. There isn't one on there.
Oh, so.
So I think you'd need to go to. You can either go to Terrace Hold itself and get more information about this because they're the people who issued it,
Yeah.
or you can just wander around the farms and hope you find someone.
You guys go to Terrace Hold.
Cool. Yep. So that's gonna only takes you like 3 hours. So depending on what time you head off, you should still get there in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you can just kind of walk up to Terrace Hold. And did you want to go straight into like their main building, or I suppose none of you have probably really been to Terrace Hold itself. So Terrace Hold, unlike the others, you've all got like big stone buildings that are all like part of your different aesthetics entirely. This place is a lot greener. So you're surrounded by big fields. The road on the way down here is just surrounded by fields of horses and other beasts that use as mounts.
My friends!
Yep. It's where they farm centaurs.
Snacks.
There's fields of like crops that have like a wheatish look to them, but they kind of like spiral up and have like a blue bulb at the top. You just got all these like crops and things, and then Terrace Hold itself is like it's a it's not like hugely tall, it's about 5-6 stories tall, and then the top is entirely made of like a thatch, and this building is almost like a cathedral made of earth and wood. So the roof is entirely thatched, over 1 meter thick of like just really thick like thorned thatch that makes the top. The front is almost like going into a treehouse. It's made out of, instead of being like made of cut wood, it's actually trees that have meshed together to form walls and have formed an arch. And around the outside, there's stairways made out of what looks like vines that have grown around the tree, that make kind of a path that, not tree, around the building, that kind of act as ramps that lead you up to different floors on the exterior. And on the exterior, it kind of blooms out as if it was part of one big tree. So the branches come out, and it's this time of year, it's bright green leaves that are huge leaves that form a kind of like a windshield around the outside. And there's different levels that go up. There's about 4 levels on the outside that you can see that go up. But then the main entrance is a huge arched door that's 20 feet high. That's almost like 2 trees leaning against each other to then continue up.
Cool.
It's definitely not a like a man-made structure like the rest.
Druidcraft.
You would suspect.
I make any flowers bloom while we walk.
Flowers. And there are other druids just walking around going, flowers.
And then I eat one of the flowers.
You can do that. Just making snacks as you go. Yeah, so this is filled with, there are other Centaur here, there are Luxodons here, lots of furbolgs, like a community of furbolgs that make up quite a large proportion here. But people are just going about their day. There's people in the fields, there are people tending to just nature and things around here, but there is like a more official part on the inside where it's a bit more like some of the embassies and stuff that you've seen in other parts. But the floor is not made of stone or anything, it's kind of like a packed dirt on the inside.
Do they have like a job board like the other?
Yes.
So
just like the other places, they've got like a literal job board on the inside, but there's also someone that's attending the jobs board area that has doesn't have a desk but has like a little gravy section with where they store the contracts and everything.
that is probably who should we walk up to then.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so you walk up to there's a furbold standing there. They've got their I say skin. Their fur is a light grey with very trimmed fur all the way up to the top, and then the top is a very light blue ponytail that's just pushed back, and then at the back here just kind of puffs out, almost like a mane behind them. And they're currently just standing there, druid crafting some little sculptures for the stands. I'm assuming you want to talk to them.
Yeah. Sure. Hold on. Behind what the thing is. We are here with a job to search for whatever is causing animals and shepherds to disappear. Do you have any more information about that?
They stop what they're doing and go, adventurous. Yes. I can help.
I'm a worse-
You need to speak to Shepard.
Which one?
He stops to think. And he just kind of like drifts off for a moment. He just drifts off, and then after about 30 seconds, he goes, "Oh yes, Shepherd in the Eastern District. They have
Which
Uh,
one? Assuming there's
Eastern.
more than one shepherd.
It's how their names work." He goes,
I don't know its a name. He just says talk to
Yeah.
shepherd, and we're looking for something that's killing shepherds.
"It's true."
My favorite shepherd on the Citadel.
He goes, "You get the feeling that he's a bit slow. They're very, very chilled, to the point of almost frustration, where they carefully consider literally everything for no reason." And he goes, "Yeah," and then he turns around and he pulls out a scroll that looks like, and just kind of undoes it a bit, and goes, yes, Shepherd Light." And then it has like a brief description, like purple hair, grey fur. Yes. So you're looking for Light's farm, and he rolls this up, does up the little string that holds it, and hands it over to you. And on the side, there's like a map of all their farmland. And he goes, "It's right here." And he points. It's southeast for where you are. It's about an hour's walk if you just got kind of a casual pace. And you can basically follow like the eastern road below, and you see it where it just about touches the woods. So yeah, like Shepherd Light, and it's got a brief description there. It's got the same information that you had on your previous one, but it's actually got the person who's raised the request on it.
Is that an hour? Out of character. Is that an hour's pace? The normal 30 feet per
Yes.
round.
Just a walking pace, so that's like
Okay. So
15
we
feet
speed
per round.
walk.
Yeah, you can get there in like 30ish minutes.
Barbarian moves faster. Monk moves faster. Succubus
Centaur.
flies?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I can pretend to.
I wasn't sure if you could fly it or not.
No, not yet. When do I get to fly? It's gotta be a couple levels, right? Or hover, rather. I don't really get to fly.
Oh.
I can fly as much as Maris floats.
You just get them to float, and then you go.
We're really good at avoiding pressure plates, but that's about it.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Good at avoiding water. The only exception is like Viren in most cases. Can't float, doesn't naturally swim, but you can float a sword. So you head off that way, and you make your way to just down this road. You're taking like a brisk pace, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like a jog, basically. So you get there way quicker than this guy had said, and you get to a small farmhouse. That again, a lot of the buildings here are made of natural materials, aren't really cut down, and it's this building made of packed mud. Again, with the thatched roofs. This one's more of a straw-like material, and seems to be basically a barn. And then outwards, you can see they've got deer that they have here. There's like 60, 70 deer that are on this acre or so of land that you can currently see. And there's 3 people that you can see currently pushing out food because it's getting to lunchtime, so they're changing out hay and just kind of clearing out the barn at the moment, ready for the afternoon feed. There's currently a older looking man who's got the grey fur with the purple hair that's not tied back at all. It's just kind of loose, hanging over his shoulders, holding pitchfork at the moment, and then 2 smaller ones that appear to be younger furbolgs, but are still very similar. They have much darker fur. It's like a very dark grey, and one of them's got kind of a greenish hair, and the other one's got the same purplish hair.
I come and present the scroll. And let's say we are here to assist with your issues. Hand over the scroll.
Ah, yes, thank you. We've been struggling for days. One of our clan, we found part of them down by the entrance to the woods. A creature that shouldn't be out this far from the walls seems to be attacking, and we're not equipped to deal with this. So please, if you could help, that would help us greatly.
Certainly. Do you have any other information? What creature do you think it is?
Well, there's not much in the way of tracks, and they didn't leave any bodies behind. Just those that tried to fight back. Just blood. That's about it. Come, I'll show you. So he ushers the younger ones to carry on with their work and hands over the pitchfork to the slightly taller one. And he picks up a backpack that's got just like a water skin and some like general supplies, and starts walking. It's not too far. It's just to the edge of the woods. Yeah, he starts walking you a little bit south. You walk for about 10-15 minutes until you can already see where the woods are. It's not far at all. And this is entirely through the fields, so you've left the main road by now. And then when you reach the edge of the woods, he starts skirting around the edges. And you can see this field has been closed off, so the deer that would normally be in here have been pushed further back towards the farm and have kind of been like crammed together. So this entire part of the field is completely empty, completely barren right now. And he walks you to the place where there's this is mostly grass or like a tall grass around here, and there's one area where it's completely flattened, and there you can see there used to be probably a struggle that happened here, and there's just blood that's slowly seeped into the soil, but you can still see that it's like the soil's a bit red.
Yum.
So the people that have been fighting, that fought the thing, are they they're missing too, and just blood left behind?
Yeah.
And no tracks.
You can take a look if you want. These aren't hunters. These are just farmhands. So they're not.
What check do you want to make?
Survival.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, I can help, but never mind.
Yeah, sure. So you take a few minutes to kind of look through this scene at the edge of the woods, and you can see, though there aren't like footfall tracks, what you can find are where there's been drag marks, and in those drag marks there are very, very light indentations that look like a soft paw print. So whatever it was, it probably wasn't hugely heavy, or it was very good at walking quietly.
Okay, I was thinking when you said that the bodies were not taken and there weren't any footprints. I was like, oh, it's a flying creature.
No, this is definitely not a flying creature.
Okay.
It's a creature that's kind of killed and then retrieved the entire body from the prey and has pulled it further into the woods.
Okay. And I can't tell what creature it is. Or
No.
can I point Maris towards this footprint in the ground and be like, you know
Oh
what
yeah,
that is?
yeah, you can do that.
Do I know what it is?
Make a survival check.
Stuff's weird on here.
Oh,
I think I did.
so coincidentally, you think this is actually a fey creature, which is odd for this part of the woods because you, as part of your part of being part of Mirrors, is you know a lot about the fey, significantly more than Tonya's character does, and you start realizing that the pattern of the very soft footprints leading off towards trees that are quite tall. These are like 40-foot tall trees. It's making you think of a fey predator that should not be out here. And the only thing that comes to mind is a displacer beast.
Relay this information to everyone else.
A displacer beast.
Yes.
I'm gonna look
Yes.
Maris. I'm gonna look Maris as much in the eye as I can. Does it taste good?
I go over a picture of it, and there's a little baby version of it, and it looks adorable, and I don't want to fight it now.
Oh, did you pull up the baby bestiary image?
The baby bestiary one.
Yeah, because they are.
What's cute about a giant tentacle cat?
Tentacle cats, very cute.
Do you have a tentacle cat?
I do not have a tentacle cat.
I am.
Oh no.
Tentacle cat. Octo cat.
Octocat.
There you go. Stay there now. I'll put you back later.
You
It's
replace
our
both.
octopussy joke.
What did I do? What did I do here?
You did things.
I wrap myself around the chair.
Oh.
So do I know the best way to do I think that our bait ideal will work with the displacer beast? Being both fey and
Talking about, you've never seen a displacer beast because they're relatively rare, even for the Feywild, because they were pushed out of any kind of occupied areas because they were so dangerous. But what you do know is they're incredibly predatory. They're not particularly stupid, but they prioritize, depending on what situation they're in, they prioritize food over pretty much anything. But you also know they like to play with their food. That's why they probably took the body.
Has this been the only farm that's been hit?
Yes.
Okay. This is obviously it's hunting ground. It knows there's easy pickings here.
Mhm. Yeah, but from what Red said, you would also know that it's not usual. Like displaced beasts aren't native to this part of the woods.
Yeah. Can we follow the tracks?
Yeah. Yeah. So Triple Light just stands there and goes, "Rather you than me." So you follow these light tracks for about 100 yards into the woods. Just as you start entering like the thicker part of the woods, the light starts to dim a bit, and you get the god rays start coming through, and you can see that the tracks stop at a tree, and you can see very like claw marks start to head up it.
Fun.
Does drool like drip down one of our foreheads so we look up?
You look up and you actually see part of a furboled body just sitting on one of the branches at the top.
How far up is the body?
About half up tree, so about 20 feet.
About 20 feet.
You could climb up there as a monk if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up and get the body, or like dislodge it from where it is. And...
Yeah, you can do that, no problem. These trees have quite a lot of lower branches. It's not like they're particularly hard to climb. So you kind of go up there. You're just going to nudge it straight off so it falls. Okay. So you knock off,
That
and
means dead, right?
oh yeah, yeah. It's been 2 or 3 days.
Oh, it's stinky too. Okay.
Yeah. So it falls down, and it lands on the impacts on the floor. And you notice that most of the body's missing at this point. It's primarily just the torso, the head, and one arm. About all that's left.
At the bottom of the tree, I'm going to take one of the bodies.
You only found one so far.
No, one of the guys
Oh,
that I still have. Yeah, I'm going to sit him up by the tree so it looks like he's sitting there, and I'm going to cast Snare.
Okay. So you're creating a trap out of the body.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, so you do that, no problem.
Then I suggest we hide.
Where would the centaur like to hide?
I don't know, I'm a horse.
I can cast spider climb on you, and you can climb the tree.
Yeah, I can hide in a tree. There's a horse in the tree.
Okay, Roach.
You just climb on top of buildings now.
Do I see anywhere that I can maybe hide?
Just behind a tree. Just half the front half, back half.
Is there a thicket that she can hide like her front half so it just sees her back half?
Yeah, so these woods, they're kind of gradually getting denser as you get further and further in. So you've got to the point where the ground is starting to get a bit thicker. You don't have to cut through it yet, but it is starting to get thicker, and there are bushes and stuff where light is coming through the trees. There's still plant life and things around here.
Near where we place this body, can Maris hide like the front half of her, so it looks like it's just a horse where this body is sitting?
Just hide her top half in a bush.
I'm gonna make a bush grow a little bit more so that I can hide my front butt.
So it looks like it's just a horse's behind with this body here.
Yep.
That is clearly taking a nap at the base of this tree. It is not dead at all.
Yeah, so using like Druidcraft, you can make some of the buds bloom more, so that the bush will look slightly like thicker than it is.
At that point, then I guess Kothar would hide up a tree.
I'm going up a tree with you.
Not the one the dead body was in. Maybe like one near there.
What are we gonna do with the current half of a body? We're just gonna leave it next to the happy chilling guy, pretending like he's just chilling there taking a nap next to the fucking dismembered corpse.
You also got another body.
It might have fallen out of the tree.
And hit him on the head. You don't know.
It's
a displacer beast. It's a creature. It's gonna be like, odd. Yeah, I'll hide up a tree.
Okay. Do you guys all want to roll stealth checks then?
Maybe.
No, I just want to be in a tree.
Would this be a good time to say I want Skulker as a feat?
Skulker's a good feat.
What did I take? I took a feat. What did I take? I forgot already.
Took a hoof.
Did you take mounted combat?
I didn't. I don't know how that would work. I took Spell Sniper.
It means when you ride another creature that's larger than you, you get
I would have to find a bigger creature than me to ride.
I mean, you could.
T-Rex.
There you go.
Okay, so you will take the time to set up. You're all relatively confident that you're hidden using from the brush. Kothar's got a bit of height, so is blending in trees a little bit better. But you're kind of away, and then the rest of you guys are just gonna wait and hope that it comes down.
4 hours later.
What are you doing with the second body?
Oh, actually, I would do something with that second body
You eat the second one?
later.
Just join a displaced
Which
family.
body did you place on the ground? The doggy or the lizardfolk?
Lizardfolk.
Okay. Can I? How close are the trees to each other here? Like, is there a tree close enough where it would look like this person's just waiting near there for this person on the base of the tree?
Let's take a look.
No, the cat is just watching all of this happen.
Probably. Very likely.
It's just a cat napping in the tree that you're seeing him.
Likely.
It's watching us like Predator.
Yeah, you see 3 dots appear. That's how it aims the tentacles. I think I need to add you into this map.
Yeah. So I would try and use my darts to hold this dead body up to look like it's leaning against a tree, just waiting for its friend to finish pooing, I guess.
Gruesome.
just like a dart, through the clothes here where it can't really be seen, and under the arms, and cross their arms like this so it hides the darts, and put a little.
Can you guys see the map that I just
Yeah.
switched?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's and it's getting dark out, you said?
No, not yet.
It's just shadowy in here.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
darker in here because it's getting a bit thicker. It's not like fully dark, but it's starting to block out as
Okay, so I don't have to put a torch. Okay.
No.
I cannot see Varian's HP, but they are the only person I cannot see.
I can't see yours or Baron.
Same.
Interesting.
It's
That
fine.
sounds like a bug. It's a feature.
You can only see yourself. It's a chat.
I can see Sasius.
What?
Yeah, Amber, your HP is messed up.
Yeah, I updated my points, but it didn't update the max. Do I have to go and update the max?
Yeah. Because I was like, you have 30 out of 23 hit points.
Temporary level.
So yeah, can I do that? Can I maneuver this body in such a way that it looks like it's leaning against a tree, arms crossed, waiting for their lizardfolk companion to finish doing whatever it is their lizardfolk companion is doing?
Yeah, I think you could do that. Trying to think, would that be? That'd be a survival check, I think. Because you're basically setting a trap, aren't you?
Sorta ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 22.
It's a tarp.
It's a tarp. Alright, if I change your lighting, if that does anything.
So people can see. Can you open up the... Cause I know we're gonna have initiative soon. Can you open up the initiative thing so I can scooch it over where it belongs?
Why would we have initiative?
I don't know.
Just pss. Roll for initiative.
So I can just move it over here and it's covering the weird area that's just there. You know how I do.
You do be like that sometimes.
Just want to cover the spot that's got initiative.
Is there a way to move the map horizontally?
If that's
Roll it over?
that's the full width, so I don't.
Yeah, if
think
you
so.
zoom in, you can.
Oh yeah, if you zoom in, it's
There we go.
if you zoom
I'll
out.
just move my character sheet over here, and then move that over
can-
yonder.
If you have an extra monitor, you can pop your character sheet out.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop now.
Ah.
Get a second laptop and just have.
I have like 19 windows open right now. This is how I'm used to this. Never have monitors.
I currently have 20 tabs plus this video call.
You animal.
I have all the random information just in case. Scuffs and things. Can everyone see people's characters now?
So where's this body that Maris?
So this tree up here, if you want to.
Okay, so that's where the body is.
I know what
Right
I might do is I'm just going to add.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is.
I'm going to just represent the body.
These are the bushes I'm hiding in. Is that accurate?
Yeah. This is basically like all like very high grass, and then around the edges is where it's getting thicker and thicker.
Oh, okay.
So
Then I'm gonna go over here.
Is this two trees right next to each other then?
Yes.
Okay, then I would put the other one on this tree.
Okay.
Just kind of leaning back, maybe head kind of looking towards their companion.
I think I can actually do that as well. There we go.
And then I would climb up the tree that I put the body.
That's going to tree. And the Githyanki's just standing his ground and saying,
My Big Mac's falling apart. I just want to eat you.
Phrasing.
Yeah, Big Mac.
made of duplicity. Okay, you guys are all set up. Is everyone where they want to be?
Yes.
Right, so you sit there for an hour or so until it kind of goes into mid to late afternoon, about 3 o'clock. You've been sitting there for a while, and then you hear something that's not. You've been hearing like leaves rustling because you're still in the woods. There's like a light breeze going through, so there's constantly leaves rustling. There's birds and things, small woodland creatures, kind of rustling around. And then you hear. Almost, you're pretty sure you hear a branch or something like make a creaking sound to the east.
I cast resistance on myself.
Uh,
I'm resisting.
okay. So you sit there for another few minutes, and then you hear it's very soft, and then you see the tallish grass just start shimmering a little bit as if something's walking through it, and you see this tiny. I say tiny. You see this small cat about just over 2 feet, maybe 3 feet long, kind of pushing its way through, and then you see it pounce on the first body with its tentacles come out and just like jam straight into the throat of the body,
Ouch.
and just start munching away.
So it's smaller than a medium size. It's like a big dog.
Yeah.
Does that look like the creature that would have made the paw prints that we tracked this way?
No, it seems a bit smaller.
Can I tell if that's an adult or a juvenile, or just that it's the thingy?
Going by like because you rolled a nat 20, you know roughly how big they should be.
Mm-hmm.
When they're fully grown, they can be up to like 7 feet long. So you're pretty sure this is not fully grown and probably isn't what dragged a body 100 and so yards into a woods.
Okay.
Where's the mommy?
So that should have triggered my snare, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What have you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Please do an intelligence check.
An intelligence check.
Oh wait, no, that's not it. Hold on. Dex save. Intelligence check is to see it. The dex save is to
It clearly didn't care about seeing it.
yeah.
You get the point. They're practicing their pounces and their hunting. So it's just dex save, yeah.
Yeah.
19.
That's that. Yes.
So your snare goes off, and it it spots it just as it happens, and just leaps in the air and jumps backwards. He's on his guard.
Oh.
Actually.
Boo.
So
Nobody sneeze.
Throw a cucumber behind it.
slices a cucumber in half, runs away. Yeah. What are people's passive perception?
15.
12.
16.
Guys, this is my first perceptive character.
Hooray, perception. So while everyone else is staring at this cub, you start hearing something else coming from different directions. Oh yeah, you would hear this as well. And to the south, so where it kind of, you're not really in a proper clearing or anything, but just to the south of where it is, you can see the grass is starting to move against the wind, but ever so slightly, and it's just circling around where you are now.
Can I?
But the cub is still there.
Cub is still there. Yeah.
30 feet. I'm going to make the sound
Of a horse?
no
Hey.
of like
Moo.
boo of like a deer. Here. No, that doesn't work here. Like it's coming from right here.
All right. What are you using to make the sound? Like thaumaturgy or?
Druid crafting.
Oh yeah, because you make an animal sound, can't you?
Yeah.
Make a deception.
Okay. How do I decept?
Or it would be performance. Might be my.
Actually, no. Let's do this.
I'll let you choose either deception or performance.
Both of those suck equally.
Hey, look at you.
Hey, I decepted.
You make the sound of a deer just start darting off to your east, and the young one turns and it goes back into its pouncing stance and starts to crawl off in the grass that way.
Buffy the Vampire's death.
Yeah.
That's my favorite death. No, second favorite death. What is that? What's that movie?
So the grass is still moving
Mhm.
to the
Yeah, it's about
north of Maris.
no,
Or
south,
south?
down here,
South.
south of Saskia.
Oh, way down there. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Does it look like? So we kind of saw the cub come in, shifting the grass a little bit. Does it look like it's something much larger than that cub?
Doesn't look like it's any larger.
So it's probably another cub.
But you can't really see the shape. You can just see like the grass,
movement.
like yeah.
But a larger displacer beast would displace the grass a little more than a cub would.
Displays their grass.
The grass itself just shimmers.
Viren is going to drop down out of the tree and slowly just start walking towards this clearing right here.
All right. Yep. You're not attempting to be quiet or anything, are you?
No.
No. Okay. So you jump down, and the cub immediately turns around and stares at you, and the tentacles just go, and it takes like a defensive stance, and it just kind of like stops and stares at you.
And I am going to stare right back.
Okay. You stand there for a few seconds. Roll initiative.
It's watching you, watching it, watching you, watching it, watching you.
Touching hands.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait.
Did you
I
want
need-
everybody to roll initiative?
Yes, everyone. There we go. Now we can.
Oh, right. Forgetting to select the freaking token.
Oh, let's check that.
Oh, great. I had a 12.
It can be changed. It's fine.
Fuck.
Alright.
There we go.
In fact, I think you can change your own initiative.
I believe
Do you want me to change it to the regional one, or?
You can.
Oh, I can do it as well. There you go.
Yeah, the player can change their own initiative if they forget to click a token.
There we go. So, it's Kothar and Saskia. Then the little displaced beast. Oh, it's because I clicked the wrong way around. That's fine. Yeah. So Kothar.
So I see this little displacer beast
Mhm.
turn around, stare at Viren, who is not stealthily moving into the clearing at all, and just like tail poofed up like cat, like the fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Can I leap from the tree I'm in to the tree the dude is sitting, the dead body's sitting next to?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Got to make
Yeah,
any...
these trees. It's like two trees that are like the branches are kind of like interlocking.
Okay.
So you can pretty much just like shimmy your way over.
I'll shift
Shimmy,
my
shimmy.
way to the side of the tree that is like there, like around the trunk.
All right. Yep.
So I can see the clearing a little better. And I'm going to hold my action, which will be a sling attack. From there to see what this little displacer beast does.
Okay. Yeah. And then Saskia.
I am going to. Can I jump down as a free action kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Nice.
and fucking just disappear. So I'll go, I don't know, there-ish.
Yep.
I don't think I have another action, do I?
Is mirror action? Is mirror image an action or a bonus action?
It's one action.
Yeah, I think it's just an action.
Okay. Yeah. So you've got a bonus action if you wanted to use.
Yeah, I got nothing to do yet.
So this little displaced beast, it's staring like straight at Baron, and it starts like doing this on the ground,
Making biscuits.
biscuits. Then it gets real low, and it just sprints, and it just runs
Wait, let's
sprints.
butt first.
Yeah.
Calibrate.
Yep, and it just like starts sprinting over, and its tentacles, as it gets to you, it kind of like pounces, and its tentacles come out to do a little attack. Yeah, good.
I want to see how much damage this thing does to Viren before I expend my action.
Okay, yeah, you want to like finish the attack first.
Yeah.
Does he live?
I just want to see how much damage this little thing does, because it's basically it's a savannah cat size.
Cuddle it.
It could be a pet, guys.
I want one as a pet now. I demand we leave one alive to keep as a pet.
I mean, you could kill the mother and just kidnap a child.
Both of them. There might be two children. We don't know.
Uh,
Have a whole litter of displacer beast kittens.
That's way too many paws, way too many claws, way too many tentacles.
Is it though?
so
It might be.
it does its little attack, and it goes one for each tentacle. So the first one is a 17 hit, and the second one is a 6.
17 does.
Right. So it does 9 whole points of damage. And then it just, as it like lands back on the ground after the pounce, you just see it go, and it looks like you start having trouble seeing it. You can see it's there, but it's as if whenever you stare directly at it, it's as if it's like shimmering.
Okay.
And that's its turn.
Glitter.
It's like it's displacing or something.
Okay. Can I?
You can make your attack.
Yeah.
Actually.
As it made the attack on Viren, so that way I knew it was solid. Oh, fuck no.
Rip.
I peg Viren right between the eyes.
If that was a 1, I'd be like, everyone gets hit by that. Nope. Yeah, so you throw a sling, and it just kind of like, as it lands, it just kind of goes through one of the shivers, disappears into the thicket. Mirrors.
I might cast Fairy Fire on that Displacer Beast. That their Displacer kitten.
Displace a kitten.
Displace a kitten.
Yeah. Let's do a dex saving throw. Alright.
Oh yeah, they suck at these.
But we might be able to see it if it works.
True.
Well, one thing
Or not.
about Displacer Beast is like the name Displacer obviously comes from its mirror image effect, but you would know that it is possible to cancel out that effect. So, fair enough. It rolled a nat 20.
Well then.
There's 22.
Yes, I feel like
No.
it passes.
No, it does not.
Passes that. I'll have. Oh, I do. Hold
Wait, no,
on.
it has -2 because it's a child. So it's.
Oh no, I can't do a bonus action as a spell after I did a spell. Never mind.
Unless it's a cantrip.
No, that will wait until next time.
Okay.
So I am late. Oh wait, no, I can. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh
Oh,
on my Macy,
Shemacy.
and then I'm done.
So your mace starts to like crackle with energy.
Does anybody have minor image?
Are you going to start duplicating them?
No, I want to know if they can make a little laser pointer on the ground.
You just gonna
Yeah.
start
You use
throwing
my drip globe as like a ball. Okay, yes,
Right.
I'm done.
Big displaced beast.
Big displacement.
Big
Large displacement.
Or regular displaced beast, I guess.
Okay, so there is only one cup.
So they can move 40 feet.
Damn.
Nice. Nice knowing you, Kieran.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, they can reach the exact distance of Baron.
Well, you know.
Yeah, so they can't quite flank you, but they can sprint up here. Technically, they're coming from. Does that work? No, because it kind of messes with it in the center. So I'll just put it there. Mama displays a beast. Seeing the cub launch into an attack, just sprints out of the grass to try and protect its cub, and will make a pair of attacks. Boop, boop.
Oof, both hit.
Ooh.
Okay, so the first one does 9 damage, and the second one does 7.
Not terrible.
Yeah, displaced beasts aren't super high like impact damage. They're just a pain in the ass. Yeah, so it's sprinted out. It's made its 2 attacks, and I think that's all it can do.
Okay.
Just double check, see if it has anything for the entity. Roach attack. Yep, just gets the 2 attacks. So that's the end of their turn. So Viren, you now get to go. You're now surrounded by a little displacer cub, and then this giant, like 7-foot long displacer beast.
Okay, so I'm going to go into a frenzied rage.
Yep.
I am going to, since I'm fucked either way, recklessly attack.
Yep.
With my great weapon master feat.
Nice.
And see what happens.
All right, so it's
17 to hit against the mama.
So the way displacement works is it's projecting like a magical illusion. So all attack rolls against it have disadvantage until it's hit. So that means because you've got advantage, it just means you're doing straight rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 just misses.
Okay.
Just. They don't have high AC, they just have lots of advantage. But you get to make a. Do you have a second? Oh no, you don't have a second attack yet, do you?
Not yet. And the bonus action was to rage, so
yeah.
I'm all set for now.
Yep. At least you're armored now.
Well.
So Kothar, you can now see that there's
Yeah.
a bigger displaced beast.
How high would you say I'm in the tree?
Yes.
How high do you want to be?
I probably would have been about 15 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna jump out of the tree.
Yep. Are you gonna backstab a cub? Is that what you're gonna do?
No, I'm gonna run around the cub and flank the mama.
Okay.
Because that is clearly the larger threat.
Maybe.
3, 5, 10, 15, 20.
I think you're fine to make
Yeah,
that.
I just wanted to get around so I didn't have to like
Yeah,
deal
you
with.
don't get any opportunity or anything.
Yeah. So with that, Kothar is going to make
Viren on fire.
Burn the entire forest down.
sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Regular unarmed strike. 24 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
That is 4 damage.
Technically you're flanking, so you get the crit damage.
Yeah, but it's displacing, so.
Oh yeah,
It
so yeah,
hasn't hit yet.
24. Yep, so it's been hit.
Now
So
it's been hit.
you hit it, and the shimmer kind of like fades away for a second.
Okay. I am going to follow that up with using a key point for a flurry of blows. So 23 and 17.
Yep, so both those
Now
hit.
I get advantage. That's
Yep.
8 more points of damage.
8 more points. Alright. Oh, it didn't save.
Alright. And that's what I got.
Nice. Yeah, so you land some pretty substantial hits to like the back of the displaced beast or the side, and its tail is like flicking around in front of you. It's got this long tail. It's a little bit
Doing
like
the
tentacle.
annoyed cat tail flick.
Yep. It's trying to deflect you with the tail and failing horribly. So that'd be Sassy's go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking shoot Mama Bear with a crossbow. So I don't want to piss her off by shooting Baby Bear.
Yeah.
That hits.
Hey,
7 more points of damage.
Tonya, is your damage for flurry of blows supposed to be strength?
Either or.
Ah, cool.
But you're right, my dex is higher. So I don't know why it
It still counts as strength for monks, I think. But you get the D4 because normally you just get 1 damage, and then unarmed strike makes it a D4 plus strength. Right, so it's the cubs' go. So the cub's not being hit at all, so they're just gonna try and use Viren as a chew toy for a bit.
roll on its back.
Yep. So it's just kind of like keeps like rearing back and then doing more pounces and trying to make stab attacks with the tentacles. So ooh, real bad. The first one whiffs entirely, and it just kind of like falls between your legs.
Which is awesome because the first attack against me has advantage.
Oh yeah.
Which would be
Dan,
14,
I can't
which
use
missed.
dex instead.
Oh, so the 14. Okay, so 14 just misses, and then the second attack is a critical.
But you no longer have advantage because you already attacked me, so it's just the straight.
Isn't it all attacks?
Thanks.
I think it says the first attack, isn't it?
I don't know. Pretty sure reckless is every attack.
Is it reckless? Son of a bitch. It is. Okay. God damn it.
Dan, it is dex. I don't know why.
Oh, is it?
That goes.
There must be a way we can change that in there.
Well, I mean, it says dex. I don't know why it didn't do it. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I have flurry of blows.
Alright, so it crits. And does...
2 extra damage.
Oh, is how much it took. Okay. So that did a total of 15 damage, but it's halved because you have resistance to both bludgeoning and piercing.
7 damage?
Yes. And then I'll do the extra damage. Okay, yeah, and then it just kind of goes back to its semi-pouncy stance and starts shimmering again.
Bouncy.
Pounce. And it's Maris's go.
It's me. I'm going to cast
That's
Healing
you.
Spirit.
I thought you were about to say Healing Spear. I mean, that'd be the correct spell.
Kill him with a spear, please.
Like a Healing Javelin. It just launches a javelin.
So Baron gets 3 HP back. And that is 1 use. I can use it 4 times. And then I am going to charge here.
Okie doke.
And hit it with my mace.
Ooh.
Yep, it currently hasn't had its turn, so you don't get disadvantage, so you just get a...
Nice.
I'll count it as advantage as well, because it's technically a large creature.
Yeah. Oh, also my healing spirit is a transparent pixie. So what am I doing? What am I doing? I am hitting with my mace.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I hate. There we go.
With advantage.
Just gonna click it again. Right on.
Hey.
Nice.
I have to fix that on my thing. And so then I shall.
Oh, you're rolling it with Beyond. Well, that's why you're not getting. It's not rolling it on the sheet.
Oh yeah, you can turn it on with Beyond.
Yeah, you can. I just have it turned off from my IRL game. It was confusing people.
Well, I think because the Beyond sheet, it turns it green if it's a crit or not.
Oh,
You with the Beyond one, you get a choice. You can choose to turn it off or on.
so by that I mean 5
Yep, 5th, yep.
points of damage. I'm going to turn that on while we're doing other stuff. And that should be my turn.
You also get a hoof attack because you landed attack while charging.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
The benefit of being a centaur will finally work.
2. I kick you.
Ooh.
I'm also going to draw where my thing is because I'll forget where I put it. There we go. Now that's my turn.
Cool. So the Displaced Beast has taken quite a bit of damage. In that last round, it sees itself getting surrounded. But then the shimmer pops back, and it looks like it's hard to focus on once again. Seeing as it's surrounded, it's going to try and just take Viren down to save its cub. It's currently still being attacked.
Jesus.
Both hit.
Viren is not having a good day.
14 and 12. Ouch. So that's 7 and 6 damage. So 13 total with your
Ragey
barbarianism, ragey rage. And it can't do anything else. If it tries to, it's not going to try and run because its cub's there. So
Okay.
so it's Viren's turn.
All right. So let's see here. Same thing. We're gonna do Reckless, Great Weapon Master. 18 to hit.
Yeah, the 14 would hit.
for 23 damage.
And its displacement disappears.
That's
All
a lot
right.
of friggin' damage.
Is that including your rage damage?
No, it's not. So plus 2, 25.
Holy poop.
Yeah, that's a massive attack and just like cuts straight into the body, leaving a huge
Dang.
gash down the side.
All right, so that.
You can see it's almost starting to panic from that attack.
All right,
Just the way you throw a
so
cucumber near it.
yeah. First attack, you. Fuck it. Okay. As part of my frenzy rage, I'm going to make a bonus attack with my bonus action. Same thing. Great weapon master, reckless, all that jazz.
Yep.
Oof.
You
7.
were so close to killing it. She's like, with 20 odd damage. Yes, that misses. But it's like pretty gravely wounded from that.
Nice.
And that is my turn.
Kothar.
All right. Unarmed strike. Oh fuck, 11.
Misses.
Bonus action, bite attack. Wait, do I have to make I don't think I have to have it.
Oh, you think you need to have landed a strike to bite?
Yeah, I don't have to. And actually, I could have used that as my unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah, it just replaces a regular attack, I think.
Okay. 12?
Just misses.
Or no, 16, because is it displacing?
Oh, it's flanked, yeah. Yeah, so that hits.
5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
Can I... Never mind, wait, do I have Stunning Strike?
I don't know, what level do you get Stunning Strike?
Stunning is 5th level, I think.
Is it 5th? Yeah, it's like 5th or 6th, yeah.
Then no, I don't get...
That would be so broken if you had that already.
Right.
It's done everything.
That's it then.
Okay. And it's Saskia.
You know what I'm gonna do? 12?
No.
Oh, because you're
It
8.
just misses. So close. Are you gonna do anything else? Or just fire?
I can't really do much else. There's still 3 of me.
Oh, you can't cast a spell because of that, can you?
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
Concentration.
But if she did get attacked, she'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? A kitten might come after you. We don't know.
I mean, Farah wasn't there. Yeah. Saskia would have been the one that got attacked. Because it was real close. Okay. So it's now down to the cub again. So the cub sees you do like a massive strike against its mum and just kind of goes into a little frenzy and tries to take you down.
It's gonna bite your ankles.
I mean, it's still pretty big.
It's gonna bite your knees.
So it does 2 attacks.
Oof.
17 hits.
17 hits. All right. So it does 8 damage. That's 4 for your rage.
Unconscious.
Oh shit.
Go cub.
Tackled by a kitten.
The cab like pulls you to the ground, and then just bolts away from you.
No, I hate to say this.
Yeah.
But the 17 was the first strike, and it knocked him down.
Yeah,
Oh.
you'd have,
So it would be an automatic double death saving
I
throw.
need to stop. I need to stop DMing.
Yeah, you remember how to kill
You're
people.
muted, Em.
but the second one would have advantage then once I.
Goes down.
Yeah, it wouldn't automatic. Oh no, because you're unconscious is automatic. Once you're unconscious, I think it's automatic hit.
Yeah, I think it's an auto hit and auto crit.
Yeah, so it's only a melee. Ranged is still
Yeah,
not
range
auto.
is still the roll.
You have a pixie friend for when your turn starts if you make it that long. That will give you.
Wow.
Give you. Well, there's 2 displacer beasts.
Displace the cup.
So 2 death saving throws then.
Yep. But then the cub is just going to bolt away. It just, as soon as you're down, it runs as far as it can.
1 success, 1 failure.
No, 2 auto fails.
No, it's just autos.
2 auto fails. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on 2.
I
Woo!
need to stop DMing.
Stab it!
Stab it.
Stab it!
Stop backseat DMing.
The cub pulls Viren into the ground, and then the third Viren hits the ground, and the cub just starts running away. And that's its turn. It's Miris. You see the Githyanki just kind of get dragged to the ground.
By the kitten.
Yeah, I'm just reading my spirit heal.
Just more.
By the kitten.
My healing spirit thing.
Most of the damage. The cub's just like, pow, run away.
I'm gonna move my healing spirit as bonus action to be like right there, so that make sure that we get healed. And then you know what I didn't do? I didn't have my shillelagh last time. That's okay though. I am going to hit it
How
with
much
a
extra damage
mace.
is that?
The damage die becomes a D8.
Oh, right, instead of a...
Yeah, so I'll just do it.
Okay.
Does this work this way? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so... It hasn't been the displaced beast's turn, so it's been hit already. So yeah, that hits, and does 9 damage.
And then that's going to be my turn.
Okey-doke.
Was I healed by the healing spirit at all?
When you start your turn, you'll be healed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at the start of your turn.
I'll roll for the healing then.
Alright, so the big displaced beast. It sees the cub start running, and it's going to attempt to do the same.
Oh, really?
So it's going to...
Yeah, attack of
So you get 2 opportunities. Yeah. So Maris and Tonya.
Fuck.
Both miss. And it just bolts off into the distance.
Balls.
Yes.
Yep. And that's its turn. It's not even going to make any attacks before it leaves.
So Viren gets 3 points of healing and should no longer be unconscious.
Hooray, everyone's conscious. But you still get your full turn because it's at the start. You just start laying down.
Mm-hmm.
Give chase! With your 3 hit points!
Shit.
You could make it.
Gonna be 15 feet to stand up.
Oh, yeah.
I only have 30 feet of movement left. Okay, yep, I am going to
Give jog.
I'm going to get up, run, and do a reckless javelin throw.
Nice.
I think. Hold on. Nope. That is for melee only, not ranged.
It's just
Alright, so it's just going to be just a regular javelin throw.
okay. The both of them are back to their displacing ways.
Oh,
They are displacing.
Mhm.
Okay.
damn.
Make a melee. Oh, okay. Yep. Just a regular throw then. 18 to hit.
The 18 would hit, but it's displacing. Yeah, which just misses.
All right.
Like it
Bonus.
slams into the ground right next to it.
Hold off on a bonus action. I'm good.
Okay. Kothar.
Kothar has 40 feet of movement.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
Displace Beast also has 40 feet of movement.
I'm gonna get right up there on it. And,
Tackle it like a gazelle.
Because I could have made them take running as an act.
could've what?
So I'm pretty sure I could have made it take a double move action. It was just
Nope, it attacked, didn't it?
Oh well. Go for it. It wouldn't run away from the cup anyway.
Nah. You're like, no, the cub! Fuck the cub! I'm gonna go ahead and, since I can use the bite as my unarmed strike, I'm gonna do that.
Cool.
12.
Does not hit.
12 does not hit. Alright, well, I am going to use a key point. And
You'd
I'm
like to
going to
leap
flurry of blows.
Flurry of bites.
Nope.
Nope.
16.
16 does hit.
It does 7 damage and it's not displacing anymore.
No more displace.
Only 7. Doesn't it do 11? Oh no, that's
Because
the...
that's the impact. Yeah, the natural 20.
Yeah. Cool.
Grr.
So close. Alright, it is it's
I
like
mean-
limping as it's trying to run now.
I still have some key points.
I mean,
Can't do
I'm sorry, you just didn't set them on fire.
Fuck. I'd like
Burn
to
it all.
retcon.
I cast fire.
We have sorceries now.
So Saskia's go.
I'm gonna shoot Mama right in her goddamn cat butt.
7 does not hit.
I'm not gonna shoot her right in the cat butt.
You're
Yeah.
real close there.
Hmm?
You're pretty close there.
I mean, what else can I really do?
Cast a spell. You can't
What?
now, but I mean.
But I really don't have any. I can't. I only have hold person. And they're not humanoid,
Oh.
so I can't really do that.
What spell?
My spells are kind of useless against creatures.
Fair.
I had cast that so I could be hidden, and then they didn't even fucking touch me this entire encounter.
That dirty son of a bitch.
All right, we're not gonna do anything bonus.
So. Where's
Taunted as a bonus action.
the cub continues running. Ooh, good thought. And it gets to before it gets to like Triage, it just kind of vanishes. Like it's running and just goes, and you see this like ripple, and then it goes back, but it's gone. It just kind of vanishes for some reason.
What the hell knows?
Yep, and that's its turn. It just runs and disappears.
Okay, I'm gonna move my spirit here.
Follow the barbarian with the spirit.
My spirit's like, no, come back! I can't heal you over there. And I'm going to charge.
Yeah.
And I get right here. So I'm in melee, yes.
And it's not displacing. I'd say technically you might have advantage.
I hope so, because otherwise I got 6.
Because it's technically a large creature, so it's kind of like you're kind of opposite. So I'll count that as being
Flanked.
Being
Yeah.
flanked. Yay! So 7 damage.
How would you like to do this?
Yay!
Exactly 0 hit points.
I'm gonna run up behind it with my mace and just smack it in the wet with my.
You just hit it in the back of the head and it just goes and like slides for a little bit
Oh.
and just
Yay!
oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, kitty.
Okay.
Yeah. So that displaced beast is now Kian, and the cub has disappeared.
Fuck.
We're out of combat now, right?
Yeah.
I would like to walk up to where the cub disappeared and whatever ripple thing I saw.
Yeah. So you go, you're standing up and you like reach out and there's nothing there. But as you get a bit lower, you see where you're looking forward. There's like a haze, as if almost like there was like just where you're staring. It's almost as if fog is appearing.
Okay.
And as you put your hand into it, it like slowly like fades away. But it's quite low to the ground. It's only maybe 2 feet high.
I'm gonna do the most intelligent thing possible.
And you're just gonna walk straight through it.
I'm gonna stick my head. I'm on my hands and knees, and Lizardfolk snout goes through.
So you put your head through, and you kind of go through like a little fog for a few seconds, and then with like a blink, you kind of go into this meadow on the other side, and it's beautifully bright. Instead of being surrounded by like tall grass, you're surrounded by slightly shorter grass with mixes of flowers. There's these like huge yellow flowers that are kind of dotting around this field, and in the distance you can see a cub running through this grass, and there's this bright, burning hot sun in the sky, but the sky is perfectly clear. There's no clouds. It's really warm, and you can see another set of woods. You're kind of out in a meadow at the moment, but you can see it running towards some more trees in the distance.
How far away is it?
The cub is about 40 feet from where you are. Well, no, probably about 80 feet from where you are now, because it would have been at least another round. And it's kind of like just about to hit the woods on the other side. You're like, do I chase it?
Maris is not gonna make it through this thing.
No. I mean, she could. She has ways.
Yeah, I'm gonna run after it. I'm a double move. I can move 80 feet.
Yeah. So you duck through, and you have to crawl through this. You can't like stand up and walk through. You have to like, it's only maybe 2 foot by 2 foot. But you can get through. You shimmy through, and you stand up in your grass. Yep. And then you're just gonna bolt it after a cub.
Bolt after the cub.
Okay.
God, I hope Daddy's not there.
All right. Yeah. So you start running, and you'll maybe stand up. So you're about, I don't know, 15 feet away, and it's in full sprint mode, running for these trees.
Okay. I can't make an attack. 'Cause I definitely know that.
Yes.
All right. That's what I got.
Just go. Pss, pss, pss.
Yeah, I'm like, here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Shake a bag of treats.
Do you have any raw meat on you?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Very likely. I mean, I'm almost positive that Kothar would have like snuck a piece of the thigh of the dog person.
Yeah, you probably have like meat from the Svobold as well.
Oh yeah, I do.
So because
Can
you
I
put
pull a piece of that out as like while I'm running?
as like a free action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take out some meat.
As a free action, can I like pull a piece off and like chunk it at it?
Throwing
Sure.
meat at a
You
cat.
like sprinting, you just like throw some meat.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have really good dex.
It's true.
Just a little.
Are
Just
you
like
trying
a
to
little
like hit it or
little
just
handful
throw
of
it?
meat. Go. Like, see if I can get it right in front of it.
Yeah, make like a general dex check. Just see how if you get it in front of it or
There we go.
if it is. You know.
There we go.
Yeah, so you throw some meat and it kind of goes a little bit in front of it.
Okay. That's what I got.
Yep. What's everyone else doing while your lizard folk friend just disappeared through something and is now gone?
But I know what happened.
You can go look at where it is and you could probably figure it out.
Is it still there? Or is it gone away by now?
Yeah, if you did the same, if you walk over to where they just disappeared, you can see the same like fog thing. And because you rolled that nat 20 earlier, I'll also bring that forward to here. You get that's probably why these creatures suddenly appeared somewhere they really shouldn't be, and you know where these creatures come from. So you presume this takes you to the Feywild. But this should not be open here in the woods.
Okay.
Because this is like of like the major entrances to the Feywild, and this isn't one of them. Any portal to another dimension within the city walls would be documented.
Okay. So I shout to the other two that appears Kothar has found the opening that these cats came through to the Feywild. So I guess we better follow them.
And we followed it.
And I become a cat, because I
That's
can't
right.
get through that. I am a druid.
I forgot
I
that.
become a black and white cow cat and jump through there.
You turn into Bowie and you
I turn into Bowie and I don't.
roll through this portal. You go through the same like haze as you fade into the Feywild. Then you come out in the same meadow with these tall flowers, these strange trees off in the distance.
I see Kothar whipping meat at a cat.
Yeah.
I can go 40 feet towards Kothar.
So you're
Because I'm
about
40
halfway
feet
between that portal and where you see the lizard folk just sprinting,
Chunking meat.
throwing something. Because you're a cat, the grass is fairly tall for you.
I am a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull up my cat stats. Cat stats.
Yay, cat stats.
Yeah, cat stats. I chose cat though because it's still 40 feet movement speed.
Not bad.
What's funny is if you get knocked out of your cat form, you can't fit back through the hole.
Oh fuck! I have one more. Shit. Or I could just go find the portals that I know exist and be like,
I fucked up.
And that ends this campaign.
Yeah.
No, we just have a campaign in the Feywild now.
I'm just stuck in the Feywild forever.
Yeah. So, Baron and Saskia, your two companions just yeeted out of here. You're now just standing in the woods with a dead displacer beast, minus 2 friends.
They're probably like, we just met him anyways.
You can see that like they both just went through a portal of some kind for some reason. They really want to pet.
I don't think I have any inclination of wanting to go into that portal.
Don't blame you. Yeah. Neither of you are particularly knowledgeable about what the Feywild is. You've
I'm
heard
not
of it.
either.
No.
You just wanted Kitty.
No, I was just like, new thing.
It's like, ooh, witness.
Leave no witnesses.
Or baby,
Yeah,
baby.
did you guys want to do
displacer
anything?
beast, daddy
What?
displacer beast.
I'm going to go and collect the javelin that I threw.
Yep.
Um,
I'm gonna cut the tentacles off the cat.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess I'll assist in skinning the displacer beast.
Cool. Yeah. So you set up, you retrieve your javelin and just get ready to start cutting up this displacer beast.
'Cause, I mean, it's only a kitten. I mean, they can handle that.
Yeah.
So you think?
That's all that's
Really?
in there.
Because the kitten's the one that knocks your ass out.
Okay. So on the Feywild, you immediately know where you are as soon as you you don't know where on the plane exactly you are, but you know you're in the Feywild because this isn't the first time you've been in the Feywild. As a Druid of Dreams.
As Druid of Dreams, that's also a centaur, which is a fae.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you know like what kind of position you're in right now, and the cub runs to this tree and just kind of disappears behind the tree into the woods ahead. Make a perception check, both of you.
It didn't do anything with the meat.
No, it was full flight mode. So as you're like running through here, you notice.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you get cat perception, don't you?
Yeah. My cat perception is. So that's -3 from 11.
Don't you get advantage for certain things? Don't they have keen senses?
Keen smell. Oh yeah, on perception checks. I do.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I got 17.
So 8 for vision and 17 for perception. Okay. So what Kothar notices as you're running after this cat. Well, I say cat. It's like a cub displaced species. And it's run behind this tree. You can see these trees here. They're not like the trees that you have back home. These trees, the bark is white with slight rings of like a dark brown that kind of like spirals around these trees, making like a strange spiralish pattern that goes up them. And the leaves are kind of almost like a dark blue, almost purple sheen as the light comes through. They kind of give off like a purple shine. And then as you're looking up this tree as you're running, you see these little lights. They look like little. I say little. They're about 8 inches tall, and you can see them like buzzing around this tree. You look around there are other trees, and you can see other lights starting to appear across this tree line. And as a cat, the air here is very sweet, almost like a nectar. So you can smell all the flowers that are around you. Do you have keen hearing or just smell?
Just smell.
Just smell. Yeah, so you can smell this nectar that's around you. Some coming from the flowers, and you can smell something towards the trees that makes you a bit uneasy.
I don't know that I can.
I don't know if you can communicate because Gothar's facing the opposite direction and at full sprint. So I don't know if you guys wanted to like stop as you lose sight of the cub, or you just want to run into this shiny new woods.
Kothar would probably run up to the tree line.
All right. You
Is
wanna,
that
like,
tree where I smell the weirdness?
yes, like it's like directly ahead. So this tree is similar to the other side. It's about 100 feet from where you came. So are you just looking like straight towards that tree line? So you look up and these lights that are bobbing around, they seem to have wings.
You seem to have what?
They have wings, and it doesn't seem to be a light. It seems to be like almost like a person, and there seems to be 3 or 4 around this tree. Some of them are like just sitting on branches. It's like 2 are just like sitting on branches. The other 2 are just kind of hovering around. But one of them seems to have noticed you.
Okay.
I'm gonna sprint to try to catch up as close as I can, and then
Yeah, you get there just a couple of a second
cat
or two later.
scream at her.
Them.
Ah! Do I know what these things are, right? Maybe.
Possibly. I'm trying to think of what check you would make. It's definitely not nature.
If they're pixies, my spirit guardian comes as a pixie, so I would know it's a pixie.
You know these are pixies.
And Tonya would know because she just saw my pixie, or maybe not what it is, but
I mean, I would know I'd seen something similar.
yeah.
Yeah, you may not know what it is, but yeah, these are pixies.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good.
Oh, good.
Do they do anything?
It's not been long. So for now, they're just kind of going about the day and just kind of chatting amongst themselves. It looks like.
All right.
And
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, they're just like chatting amongst themselves. None of them really seem to be. Only one of them seems to be like looking at you at the moment.
Can I understand them?
Did you speak Sylvan?
Yes, I do.
I also
Yeah. Yeah. So they're only like whispering to each other, but you can make out that they're asking about these newcomers and why they're here.
I'm going to ignore them because they're tiny things.
Yep.
And look around for paw prints for the little cub.
Yeah, make it a perception check.
Because he came into the tree line, and I'm assuming we lost track of him. Oh, fuck me. 9.
9. No. It went somewhere behind this tree. You don't know if it went up the tree, but carried on running in.
Alright.
I'm just gonna kind of wait for Kothar to decide what they want to do.
Since I don't see any trace of the cub, and I look back and I only see a cat, I'm going to pick the cat up, mutter under my breath, "You're a snack for later." Go back towards, because I don't know she came after me. I just assume I have a cat that's a snack for later.
It is the same pattern. Yeah.
Do what?
It is the same pattern as the horse, I believe. As the horse buddy. Yeah.
It's a cat.
But yeah, so you start wandering away.
No, I'm going back. I'm with purpose going back towards the direction I came from.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you start like running back to where you came from, and you can hear like the voices saying behind you, saying, "Do we let them leave?" As you're walking away, and it sounds like they're about to start following you. Like you can hear like the buzzing, but then they just get bored and go back. So you're there just short enough to pique their interest, but not for them to intervene just yet as you leave back through the portal.
I'm gonna wait until we get through the portal again and then become a horse.
So you crawl back through
while going through the portal.
Do wait, what?
Become the horse while going through the portal.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, like, because we'd technically be between planes.
Yes. So you would take. I think it counts as being hit by a ball of force.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I might
We
just kill
die.
you.
That level, we die.
Yeah. So you shimmy back through this portal back into the material plane, and you see the others just slowly butchering away at this Displacer Beast.
And now I'm a horse.
I'm a
You
horse.
say slowly butchering away at it. Like, are they doing a hack job?
We haven't rolled Z yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Make a survival check with advantage for your butchering.
Where was I, Tonya?
What?
Where did you put me?
I just carried you.
Okay, I just became a horse. I maybe crushed you a little bit.
Or find how holding on the side of a horse.
Not a snack.
Big snack.
Meal.
It's a full dinner.
Dinner later.
Yeah, so you got pretty good in survival check. So they've not been gone long, maybe a minute max. So you've cut off both tentacles by now. You got both of those off pretty clean, and you're starting on whatever the next part you want to take off is.
Off with our head.
Yep. Yeah. So you guys can start doing that. You guys are back through. What do you want to do now that you're back?
Yeah. Does Maris know how to? Out of character, does Maris know how to like get rid of this portal?
I don't think I do. Plus, then we also should probably figure out how this came to exist. Do I know how to get rid of it, or do I have any idea?
You know that there is magic that allows the creation of these portals, and that they can be destroyed, because they're still technically magic. So if you were to cancel out the magical effect, you could dampen it enough for it to let you go away.
But I don't have any way to do that.
Do you have to spell magic?
I don't. Wait,
Then no.
hold on. I might be able to tomorrow. Give me a second, let me look.
Does our sorceress have dispel magic?
I do not.
What level is dispel magic?
Is it 3?
Oh, then definitely no, I don't. Oh no, that's my drift globe. Yeah. No, I do not have dispel magic. Yet.
Yeah, third level.
So
So you have it soon.
we have a portal that we have to leave here. I would like to make a trap right at the exit side of the portal, and I'm not sure if I want to do a pit trap or one of those.
Just dig a moat around it.
No, or one of the stick traps that will hit, like, have spikes and they'll just like hit
Launch it
whatever
back.
comes through. Be like, no.
Make it like a thing so it just launches it back through.
You are a giant tree.
I'm gonna make a snare past that in case more than one comes through.
Actually, are the trees here big enough to block that passage? Because I had to get on my hands and knees.
Not without, like, they're not bendy enough to, like, pull down to
Oh no,
block
I
it.
was gonna cut one of these fuckers down.
Oh yeah, you can cut one. You can cut one down and block it, for sure.
I mean, there's 4 of us here, so... And we have a horse. I mean, a centaur.
Did anyone want to investigate the pool?
I mean, I will
I
since
already have. I went through it.
I know what it was.
Yeah, I mean, that is an investigation. Yeah. Make, I'd say you'd probably have advantage, just because Feywild in particular is, like, your thing.
Wait, how far are we from the farm?
From the farm itself, about 400 to 500 yards.
Oh, okay. So one of the fastest ones of us can run back to the farm.
Yeah, you're not like miles away from the farm. You're you walked about 300 yards from where the barn was, through the fields.
Okay.
And then you moved about another 100 yards
So,
across.
I would probably vote Viren turn back because he looks a little haggard.
Just a little bit.
In case something comes through, like that cub comes back, I don't want Viren to be afraid.
He now has a fear of displacer cubs.
Small kittens.
Murder kitten.
It is a murder cat. It's a murder cat. Yeah.
It does have, like, it's 3 foot long and then has 2 foot long tentacles that come out the side, and another 2 foot long tail, which is also shaped like a tentacle.
So does Viren want to go back to the farm to let them know that we have a portal here?
Do you think the farmer needs to know about it?
No, but maybe he has some faster means of getting back into the whatever the thing is called.
Terrace Hold.
Terrace Hold, yeah. To maybe get somebody from there out here who is perhaps.
Yeah, they have like cart animals, so you could take a cart back or that kind of thing.
Who is perhaps capable of
meet somebody who can dispel the
resolving
portal.
This portal issue.
Yeah, we can do that. Before going, though, we still have to turn in the job that I got, correct?
You handed it in when you went to go do the thing, because it was one of the ones where you could hand in multiple places.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then on the, I forget which guy had it, that had the
Yes, you had a secondary item.
Yeah, that had the tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to cut off that tattoo.
Jesus Christ!
And take that with me.
Where was the tattoo located?
It was a tramp stamp. It was on his back.
Okay, so I wouldn't have cut, like, it wasn't on his thigh that I like, oh no, look, this looks tasty. I'm sorry, I ate the tattoo.
It's like the body now has no arms or legs. It's just
it's just a torso.
Yeah, I just take the skinning knife and remove the tattoo that way.
You can cut the tattoo out. That's no problem.
And then make my way shambling because I'm still on the verge of death. Back to the farmer. Let them know what's transpired and see if there is a way I can secure a horse or a pony or something to get to the Terrace Hold and get someone involved in this.
Okay, yep. And then before we do that, the investigation. You have a look around the area, and this looks like a tear. So it's not a full size portal, because a regular one you would be able to walk through. They normally like a fully set one. They're normally about 12 foot tall.
Oh wow.
And they range anywhere from like 6 to 12 feet tall. But like the ones that you have established that are used for regular travel, those are 12 foot tall, and they're made almost like into a Stargate portal, you could think. So they're mostly circular, and they're normally set in stones, and the stones are enchanted to kind of contain it. This one seems to be a tear, and there seems to be like a residue on the ground. So you're not sure if it's naturally occurring or if someone forced this tear.
Okay. So yeah, I guess the three of us, while Viren's going back, will stay here and guard.
Okay, and do your traps and everything.
Well, man, I was gonna say the traps if we were all gonna leave, but I was like, oh no, we can just send somebody.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So, Vern going all the way back to Terrace Hold by himself. Yeah.
Sure.
Or is he gonna get transport, come back, and go back with someone else? Because otherwise, you're still gonna have to leave it.
Yeah. The farmer go back?
The farmer could go back. You could ask.
Yeah, I would convince the farmer then to
Get somebody here who can help with a.
yeah to go there and then send somebody.
Okay. Yep. So you go speak to Light Shepherd, and he agrees. Asks that you maintain area, and he'll be back as soon as he can. And he takes one of his beasts and rides to Terrace Hold. I assume you're going to go back to the portal after that. Or
Yes, I'll make my way back.
He's gonna take a nap at the farm.
Yeah. Just takes a nap at the farm. Yeah. Finds a hay bale. All right, yeah. So you go back. You can all take a short rest if you want to.
Okay.
And about an hour later, you see a pair of hawks, like giant hawks, kind of like great eagles, but much bigger talons, come flying over, and they start circling above you for a moment, before they both come like slamming down, and then their forms drop, and you see a pair of furbolgs appear. These ones are not as casually dressed as the other ones. They're clearly a bit more status.
So, while there was two giant hawks circling and then diving towards us, I might have done that.
I sling them. You miss.
I don't know who they are.
So this one come down, you throw your sling and it just goes.
Well, no, I imagine it as a sling, like a slingshot, where I'm just propelling a rock.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a rock, but it kind of like dodges around the rock and then lands onto the ground. And both of these furbolgs are dressed the same, both in leather armor that's stained purple. So both their chests are like stained purple. One has a shield on their back and is carrying a spear, and the other one has a shield and is carrying what is it? Kind of more like a halberd, but it's like on a spear blade, and then it has a much larger glaive. That's the word, a glaive.
Yeah.
They've got a glaive. They're sitting on their back. They both land. They're both furbolgs. Both still have the same light grey skin, but they have their hair is pulled back and plaited, so it's much more neatly tied back, and it's a very dark purple, held all the way back. And one of them approaches and says, "Light sent us." He says, "A portal is opened."
Let's stick my hand into it.
it gets mauled by it.
It gets mauled by a cub.
Yeah. Yeah, so you stick your hand through this portal, and one of them comes over and kneels down in front of it and kind of holds their hand up. And they ask, you're from Miris?
Sure. Is that my guild?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Your guild deals with the other planes more often.
It's both our
This-
guilds.
Well, I
Yeah,
knew
no.
we were in the same guild. I couldn't remember the name of it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Our guild
So,
is, yeah.
Yeah, your guild tends to deal with defending the alternate and protecting the other planes. And Terrace deals with the material plane specifically. So, I guess you nod when they say, "Is this logged?"
See, it's logged.
As in, is it a known portal?
No, I answered that it's not.
Interesting. Are you intending to close it?
We need some assistance with that.
Okay. We can help with that. Is there any preparations you need to do before it gets closed?
I don't think so. Does anybody else have anything they want to do?
Okay. Yeah, so the one that's leaning down the portal, they put their hand into the dirt, close their eyes, and you see them focusing into their hand, and a sprout of vines comes out the ground and encapsulates the portal, and then just crushes it, and then sinks back to the dirt and just leaves like a pile of vines. And with that, these the fog that was there kind of dissipates, and it seems to have closed. And they look back at the Centaur and say, this needs to be tracked. Do you know what opened this?
We don't.
I'm gonna point to the displays beast.
And I show them the stuff on the ground.
Okay, yeah, they run there through their fingers through it and say, we don't know. Perhaps you can take us back. We will check with the council. This is most disturbing. And then they ask, who are you?
Kothar.
Do we have a name?
No, not as a group. I'm Kothar.
Yeah, Varys.
The two silent ones are Viren and Saskia, respectively.
They both nod and say, I'm Master Kira. This is my apprentice. How do I? Oh, for the name. No. This is my apprentice, Tarl. We are druids from Terrace Hold. We act as guards. The shepherd, Light, he was most concerned. He says that you fought a beast.
Point at the displays beast. That's
Yep.
Most of
Ben-
what's left of this place.
An hour at this point. So you guys have finished your short rest at this point, so I'm guessing it's all cut up to people by now.
I tell him it was a displacer beast. There was
Well,
two
I
of
mean, there's a
them.
head still available, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. And it came from the portal, you assume?
The juvenile went back through the portal, so we assume so, yes.
The juvenile.
Mm.
At least they've returned. Yes, we'll report this through Terrace. I'm sure you have official business you need to conduct.
Correct.
Okay. Do you need help getting back?
Do we?
Nope.
Nope.
I can walk.
Okay.
Very well. And they both take a step back, turn around, start jogging, and then just jump, turn back into their hawk forms and fly back off in the direction of Terrasol.
Okay. Can I get some claws from that displacer beast?
Yeah. You can make a spell check, see how many you get. Oh yeah, you can. They're pretty easy to take out.
Okay. How many did I?
Did they have 16 or 20? I believe it's 16 total if you take all of the claws.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's been 3 hours. How much longer is that?
I think that's probably good. And I mean, other than turning us in, we can do that first thing
Next time.
next time, and then figure out what we want to do from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're taking the skin of the displacer beast, and you got the claws.
I got the claws. Sasuke
got the
got the
tentacles.
head.
All right, so we can just throw those in the saddlebags that Maris has, and
I bet those saddlebags smell great.
The whole way.
Actually, I don't think the head will fit in the saddlebags, but like the skin and the tentacles probably will.
Yeah, I'll probably just
I'm
tie the
keeping
head to me.
claws.
Whereas-
maybe able to use the skin and have it fashioned into a cloak or something like that.
Potentially,
Magically enchanted.
I could probably make that cloak for you. If somebody wanted a cloak made out of it.
I'll fucking take a badass pimp coat.
you would know that it's possible to use beasts of like displaced beasts. They are very rare, but when they are hunted, their fur is rather valuable because you can make like imbued items specifically from their fur.
Okay.
It's like quite an exotic material that you wouldn't
Do
naturally
we
get.
do we know what type of items would be imbued that are made from their coats?
Yeah. So the way a lot of the crafting works in the sea is most things are made from other animals, and they keep a lot of the qualities from those animals, even if to a lesser degree. So with a displacer beast, for instance, you can make displacer cloaks.
Oh, nice.
Or because of the nature of them, you can also use them to make like the equivalent of boots of elven kind. So you could fashion them, if you leathered them, you could fashion them into boots.
So we could get one cloak, probably, because it's
Probably only get one item from the skin.
okay. So we
just
couldn't get like 2 pair of boots, because it's a pretty big
No.
beast.
No, but it's the process of making them uses. You'd still be able to have some other bits, but they wouldn't necessarily have the effect.
Okay. Oh yeah, whatever they didn't hack off trying to get the skin off it too, I'm gonna get some meat off
Yeah.
the beast.
Yep.
Because that's what Kothar does.
Displace the meat.
Yes.
Touch him.
Alright.
You have disadvantage trying to eat it.
Alright then.
Yeah.
So since Kothar has leatherworking
Mhm.
and can make items out of the natural materials
Yeah.
that we come across.
Yeah, you could spend some time, do some skill checks to try and make it.
Yeah, in the downtime. go?
I should have gotten herbs from the Feywild. No, that's
You
okay.
were a cat.
I was a cat. That's correct. Damn.
Turn back into a centaur. Grab some stuff. Turn back into.
To a cat. Go back to the little girl.
I mean, you have ways of going to the Feywild,
Yeah.
That's true. I could do that later.
but usually they go through like an official portal that is heavily guarded, so that things like displaced beasts don't just appear. So yeah, so we're all done. And then next time, yeah, we'll pick up, we'll hand in that, and see where that leads.
Yes.
And you can finish up doing your leveling if you've got anything left to do.
No, I finished mine. I didn't have a lot to do. I had stats and hit points.
I forgot I have Balm of December Court. I could have healed Kothar from far away. Kothar Baron.
I wasn't. Kothar wasn't hit.
That's what I said. Baron.
Oh.
I messed up the name.
Okay. So, yeah, we all right. That's that session. We'll be back next month on possibly on the 15th?
Question mark?
Question mark? Because I don't know when I'm making the move to the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Move? Question mark?
We can say, plan the 15th and tweet if it's different.
Yeah, we can plan the 15th and see if it's different, because they want me to start the 10th.
I mean, these are UK-friendly hours, so...
Yeah. But, I may not have internet.
That's
Internet?
I definitely won't have my computer, so M's gonna have to stream.
Oh no!
Oh, I probably definitely will not have my desktop there at that time.
No.
Because it's 4 to 6 weeks shipping a pallet over.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'll have to give you all the like backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. I think either of us, we or Dad, could do it. Oh, advanced internet Scarbo. Never mind.
Yeah, Dan has problems keeping connected to this video call. Not staying connected, but like staying where he's not like fast forwarding.
Yeah.
For a good bit there.
I think it's been alright today.
It was alright today, yeah. So yeah, we'll be back maybe on whatever I said for next month.
The 15th.
Yeah. Until then, you can follow us all on our social medias, except for Amber, who doesn't have any.
I can plug my website if you want me to.
Yeah.
You have a website?
And I do 3D modeling commissions.
Oh shit! Yeah. I'll throw it up there. I'll throw it on the little bits below. So I don't have anything to put for you. So like, send me the link. So yeah, you can do that, and then we'll be back next month with some stuff. So we're not sure what it is. So
Stuff to think.
Yeah.
all the things. Until then, wear a goddamn mask.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.